Call to order Village of Hazel Crest regular board meeting at 7:30. Roll call, please. Pledge allegiance. Trustee Slayton.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
We can't join the meeting?
It should be able to refresh it.
Okay.
Just got to join on the administrative meeting.
It says join on the administrative meeting.
I got it under
We need
the
to
regular
do-
meeting. Refresh it. We can
Let's refresh it.
Just push it.
No?
Regular meeting.
Oh, it lets you get in, but we won't be able to vote.
Okay. Let me-
I'm in.
Yeah, you're in, but you can't vote unless he has the
You
join
in?
the meeting.
We joined it.
Yeah, it's in.
We in?
That's it.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I
So
just do a
mine said
manual.
leave meeting. Okay.
I'll just do a manual. Okay. Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Okay. Trustee Grant.
Here.
Trustee Moore.
Here.
Trustee Ramsey.
Here.
Trustee Reyes.
Here.
Trustee Rogers.
Here.
Trustee Slayton.
Here.
Mayor Halsberry.
Here, go to quorum. Mr. Mahawa, say the prayer, please.
That's the administrative.
Eternal God, our Father, at this hour we come before your throne of grace. We come thanking you for life, health, and strength. We come thanking you for all that you've done and all that you're going to do, Father. Father, as we come before your people today, we ask that you crown us with wisdom and knowledge from on high, and that you give us the strength and the courage to carry out the task that you've assigned to our hearts and to our hands, O Heavenly Father. Father, we come thanking you for this community and those that sit in authority. These things we thank you for, in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll call.
Any consideration for possible remote participation?
No, Mayor Halsberry.
Correspondence.
Yes, we have one by Ms. Kimball. Ms. Felice Kimber.
Good evening, President Oswald Jr. and the Board of Trustees. I'm sending my correspondence to give gratitude and thanks for your support. In August of this year, shortly after the Hazelnut Festival, I found out that my father was in his last stage of pancreatic cancer. 2 months later, he was transferred to hospice, and 2 weeks following, he peacefully made his transition. I would like to thank the Board of Trustees for the flowers sent to my father's funeral, Director of Inspectional Services, Elliot Eldridge, Village Clerk Isaac Wiseman, Director of Human Resources, Ms. Gwendolyn Gray, Village Manager Chris Williams, Assistant Village Manager and Director of Public Works, Mr. Dante Sawyer, Director of Economic Development, Ms. Irma Holloway, Ms. Kimberly Parker, Sandra Alexander, Sandra Vickers, and Ms. Jady for showing support and attending services. I'd like to give a very, very special thank you to Ms. Carolyn Carter, Director of Community Business and Relations, for her support, her patience, her understanding, her kindness, her appreciation, and most importantly, her perseverance. She's been more than helpful to me during this time of bereavement, and I'd like to send my thanks to everyone else who sent cards, text messages, and well wishes for me during this time. On Thursday, November 15th, I asked everyone to join me in wearing purple for the National Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day in honor of my father and all cancer victims affected. I am forever thankful for your support, my work family. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any other correspondence?
No, Mayor Halsberry.
Mayor's report. I want to tell everyone we were in Los Angeles for the National League of Cities Conference in Los Angeles, California. It was a great conference, but we were right there when the fire started and the tragic shooting of the nightclub all happened in one day in that Los Angeles region, which just made it hard on the conference. And we had a moment of silence, and it was just a lot of people that were affected by both of those tragic incidents. And I'm glad to see the village did send prayers out and had flag lowered and had staff. That was a tragic event. But the conference overall was very informative. Got a lot of information out there. The village manager, economic development person, Mahalo, we were both there also. So having all of local government from all over the country talk about issues that affect us was phenomenal. What we found is that from cities large and small, government starts locally. We affect people's lives every day, and every minute of the day. If someone, the garbage taken out, it's not, you can't go to the state government to worry about that. That's local stuff, local issues. And so we affect their lives, and you find it even more when you sit there and have conversations. Ms. Stryver was our guest speaker, and she gave great information on Alzheimer's. So her biggest push right now is the Alzheimer's epidemic throughout the country, and people not realizing how it's affecting families. I think her focus were saying that a lot of, we don't take care of ourselves. They found that Alzheimer's is attached to a lot of things that we eat, and not eating healthy, not eating enough fruits, and eating too much bread type items. And the studies show that does bring on early Alzheimer's. So it was a great conference, great information, and I want to thank you guys for supporting the efforts for us to go out there and get that great information. Also, again, I thank everyone for sending condolences out with my brother passing. His funeral was this Friday. I thank all the cards and the phone calls from that, and also my aunt passing. So all happening in 1 week. So thank you all for the cards, and that ends my report. Manager's report.
I'm just going to echo a few things that the mayor said. It definitely was a renewal of kindred spirits in the sense of being around other individuals regarding local government. As the mayor said, I mean, it doesn't matter if you had a population of 1 million to a population of, there's a couple of people that we ran into like 3,000, and some of the issues are still the same. And I think that's something. I think also some of the discussion and why I said the renewal of the kindred spirit is because, as the mayor articulated, sometimes we got to figure out ways ourselves to handle it, because federal government hasn't necessarily been our ally completely. We have some benefits coming from the federal government, but a lot of the things that we've had to endure, we had to figure out ways to be creative to address it. So with that said, I think that's the biggest thing that I just wanted to highlight about just the conference. Really phenomenal, great ideas about data, technology, and economic development strategies, personnel. There's just a variety of things that we were able to capture, talk about, have great discussion after the workshops, because I think one of the things that was quite endearing as well was the opportunity for the mayor and Ms. Holloway and I to just sit and dialogue about some of the things that we learned and kind of say, okay, how would that fit as it relates to the village of Hazel Crest? So that was also beneficial and quite endearing as well. And with that, I'm just going to leave it at that because we have a significant
Anything from legal? Police Department? Public Works?
Thank you, President. Good evening, residents of Hazel Crest, village presidents, trustees, and fellow directors. On October 26th, IRMA conducted an on-site training and refresher on trench collapse for the Public Works Department. As I stated earlier, this upcoming Friday, the Army Corps of Engineer and Robinson Engineering will be on an on-site visit to visit the locations that we're submitting for the federal assistance program. With regards to the street resurfacing project, got an update. We're about 99% complete. I still know that there is some landscaping work that has to be completed. For example, I know there are still areas where there are gaps where you have to come back and fill in the dirt to make sure that their lawn is flush to where the new concrete work is they put in. Inspection Service Director Elliot Elridge and I continue to meet weekly with Metro and Boyle Construction regarding the progress made on the Metro Station improvement. Right now, they're at 46% complete. This week, Public Works is doing our final brush pickup for the season. So residents have one more opportunity to bring out any branches or small tree-related items that they may have on their property out front, and Public go out, and this weekly newsletter, e-newsletter, for residents is made aware of it. Last but not least, Public Works team member Carl Person received a special recognition award from the Illinois Arbor Association for his work promoting and improving the Hazel Crest open land. That concludes my report for the week.
Thank you so much. Inspection services.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everyone. I have 3 items. The Inspection Service Department received an application from the CalSag Enterprise Zone for a new dialysis care center on 183rd in Pulaski. The village works with the CalSag Enterprise Zone to promote business in certain areas of the village by reducing or waiving permit fees, and we work on a lot of projects on that. Also, to stay abreast of new changes within the building industry, tomorrow Inspection Service inspectors will attend the South Suburban Building Official Seminar concerning building, fire, and life safety inspection procedures. And the last item is to replenish Inspection Service staff. This week, HR Inspection Service Department will conduct interviews for the code enforcement officer positions. Thank you.
Director Aldridge.
Question?
When you mentioned the CalSag business, I didn't hear you. You said a dialysis center?
Correct.
Correct. On 183rd. What location?
183rd, 25 South Pulaski. It's over there by where the used to be an auto zone or auto parts place over there.
Oh, where the
They gonna
advanced
take
auto,
2
where the
spots.
advanced auto was at?
Correct.
Okay.
They're taking 2 spots over there.
What's the second one? There's a need.
Human resources. Fire department.
I just want to bring the board up to speed on Deputy Chief Hunter. We had to take leave from the fire department, and Lieutenant Jim Shields is taking the interim spot. We will be replacing him until further notice.
Is he on medical leave? No, never mind.
HIPAA violation.
Never mind.
That's funny.
Never mind.
That's funny. That's funny.
Economic, you want her to speak well.
That's fine.
When you bring your partner, have her come up and speak. Community and business relations.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I want to invite everyone to an early Black Friday sale this Saturday at our Crest Convention Fair. The event is from 12 to 3 in the senior room, and this year I'm happy to say we have a variety of unique items. So please come out and join us. It's going to be a really exciting event, and we have a lot of nice items for men, women, and children, and dogs. Okay. Also on Friday, December 7th, from 11 to 3, the Village Senior Commission is holding their annual holiday luncheon. They will provide lunch and entertainment for a small fee of $5 in the senior room here at the village. Later that day at 6:30 p.m., please join us for the annual tree lighting at the Hazel Crest Fire Department, 2903 West 175th at 6:30 p.m. Join us for a lot of activities and a special visit from a beard guy in a red outfit. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Economic development.
For getting me to each of you. I wanted to acknowledge that the 2 trucking companies that we have visited previously over the, within the last 60 days, they have acknowledged and continue to desire to come to Hazel Crest. So they are coming. They are, they should be closing their deals before the end of the year. In your notes that I gave you about the various companies, I know one of the companies we were concerned about just the debris and gravel that would be a kickoff on the trucks, and they have agreed to extend that path to 125 feet versus the 40 feet that they had originally offered, which should be more than compensating for us to make sure that we keep that 167th Street corridor clear and free of debris. And so I've spoken with both of those parties, and again, they should be closing those contracts out by the end of the year. And so immediately after, once going through inspectional services, they will begin those bills expeditiously.
Irma, I think we have an ordinance against gravel driveways.
Yeah, so the driveway is going to be asphalt,
Okay.
125 feet, so that will
Okay.
take the place of that.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks.
We have been talking about, Ruby Thielen, if you would come up. Ruby, yes, come on up. Ruby Thielen is the owner of Oasis Beef-Hut, and we have been talking for a couple months in regards to helping her with a redevelopment agreement. Ruby is the owner of Oasis Beef-Hut, which has been in business for 41 years here in the village of Hazel, Crest. I believe on September 7th, they celebrated 41 years. And so we are proud to have Ruby as a partner here and a business owner within the community. I've had several conversations with her, and she stated that she plans to stay here in the village of Hazel Crest, and we're
Definitely.
excited about that. If you guys want to ask her a few questions, we do have a redevelopment agreement that the attorney put together for some time. It's included in your packet, so you can review it. The redevelopment agreement would help her to,
I don't think we have it.
it's in the packet that I put there.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's in that particular packet, and the redevelopment agreement is for $20,000, but the services, the scope of work that needs to be done would not exceed that amount. It would include putting a new roof, new signage, chain of repair of the outside structure, repair, seal and restripe the parking lot, install permanent outdoor seating, also to repair the fence, and then there is a stainless steel countertop that is needed on the inside of that particular building. And so we've been taking estimates, and so far the lowest bids in total has come in right around $18,000 for that. And so we've been talking with Ms. Thielen and just trying to work out all the kinks, and I explained to her that in the event that she did not stay the whole term of the 7 years, which is required by the TIF agreement, then there will be a repayment penalty that she would be subject to if that is not met. And so she has basically told me that she's here to stay and that she is interested in continuing to move forward with the village of Hazel Crest. So I brought her in today at the request of the mayor and some of you that may have some questions for her, and she's here if you guys have any questions.
Well, thank you for coming out, and I'll leave it open to the board to kind of ask some questions. We know it's not a whole lot of money, but we know it's important. That corner is very important to us to actually grow that corner, to see it transform, and, you know, making sure that, you know, we can support you and that you support us in helping that area grow. So I'll start at the end and let trustee Sandra Slayton.
Okay, well, first of all, Ruby, nice to meet you. I have been in your restaurant. As a matter of fact, when I was in there recently, had people there from Florida who had grown up in Hazel Crest and were visiting, and they stopped in because they wanted to have the experience of the beef sandwiches again, so they were happy.
So often, so
Right.
often.
Okay. And I don't know if anybody told you, but when you come to these meetings and you have a restaurant, you're supposed to bring samples.
I was running today. And then I said, I'll be back here in 15 minutes. It took me a half hour because when I went back there were people all over. I was like, no, I have an appointment.
But anyway, thank you for being in Hazel Crest
Thank you.
all these years.
Kevin, have any questions? And first, I was gonna ask, do you have anything you want to say to the board first? I should have did that first.
I am very proud to say that my business is in Hazel Crest. And to be there 41 years when I have seen so many changes, so many people come and go. And every time people come in that haven't been in for a while, and they'll come in and they'll go, aren't you ever gonna retire? Why would you leave and retire when you're comfortable doing what you're doing? And they tell me lately, Facebook. If you've ever lived in Hazel Crest, just check out Facebook, they say. I won't go there, but they tell me all the time. It'll be Bozo's. It will be Alpine Frosty. How many years ago were we talking about it?
It'll be the bee pod. Have you did this, you did that, you went to school here, you had that teacher. So it's all over Facebook. And I said, what can I do? All these people are saying, you're not gonna retire, or you're not leaving, you're not leaving. And they get a tear in their eye, and I get a tear in mine going, well, I'll stay home a couple of days. That'll cure everything, let me tell you, because the only thing I think about is going right back to Hazel Crest. I'm proud for the opportunity. I want you to know that, very much so. I know it is a nasty-looking section. I know we got a lot of problems over there with keeping things nice and clean, but that corner, I keep it clean even though it looks wrecked most of the time. And even put my pumpkin out there, you know, I made a cardboard pumpkin and I tied a bungee cord to him and hooked him to the pot because I thought, this can rain, snow, whatever. I had to pick it up 2 blocks down the street last night. I knew everybody knew it was my pumpkin, so I had to pick that up. But you can only do so much to the building. Everything else is just overwhelming now. So, and that's why I'm looking for any support you think I deserve, or I'm earning, or I can do, because I really do plan on staying.
Trustee Moore.
Well, I haven't had one of your beef sandwiches.
You haven't?
But I
Shame
will
on
be
you.
over there
Oh,
before the
you
week
are-
is out to try to get one, okay?
It was a spoiler. I'm sorry.
My question will be to you is, I'm looking at the pictures, quite a bit of work that's going to be done over there. The question is, how are we going to keep this up to continue to keep it from getting back to the state that it is now, once the repairs are done?
I'm a pretty good maintainer, but the work that's been, like, any of the things that you see done there, I believe that sign that we're talking about went up in 1980. And I'm one of those people, old school people, that says, things ought to last forever. And it did. It had a warranty on it, a lifetime warranty, but the company didn't last as long as I did. And the first ice storm we had, it was just a pinhole in that lead sand plaza. And then it just, after that, it just took pieces every year, pieces, more and more pieces. Same way with the fence. I couldn't tell you what year that the fence was erected. See, a lot of those things are things that are there originally. And from what I see, that building was there since 1900. Brick looks beautiful for being that old. I mean, really, cinder block and good condition, but
I mean, even some of the
what it
just,
would take to maintain it. It's been pretty rough the last few years going that heavy maintenance thing. Just, the expenses got higher and the business wasn't there to support it. And it's coming back now beautifully.
and I understand, I don't have a problem looking at this and discussing this, but I think my question would be to maintain.
Sure.
That would be the biggest question, be able to maintain, so that it won't get back to the state that it is now. But thank you for coming.
Trustee Reeves.
2 questions for you,
And
Ruby.
you might have to speak a little bit louder. The fan is too loud.
No problem. 2 questions for you, Ruby. What are your hours of operation?
I am open from 10:30 to 6, that's a norm. I will open earlier, and on Thursday and Friday nights, I stay open later.
And
I only work till Saturday till 4 o'clock, and mainly it's because I watch the area, and I watch the barbershop, they look out for me. When the place starts to get real quiet on that end of town, then I pack up.
Okay.
When they leave, then I leave. And sometimes they'll sit out there with the lights on me until I leave first. So,
Second question, you mentioned as you were talking a little bit to us about Facebook and talking about, people talking about the Oasis beef and the longevity that you've had over there, which is great. But my question is, like you said, with the updating of the property and updating of things, are you putting together possibly a marketing plan to kind of grow things, or are you?
do you know, I haven't been that far with it, but Ms. Holloway, I believe, has enough knowledge about this to direct me to be able to figure that out, to get that expanded. Because I am not really on social media. I am not, there's a few things I could do differently to get into the mode of that. And I'm open for any ideas she's got.
Okay.
know, Kevin, I've never been there, but I'm gonna come this week with Kevin, because he's treating. He's Kevin treating, so I'm gonna come check it out.
I'll piggyback with you guys. and we'll make
Yeah,
it lunch. We'll make it
yeah,
lunch.
I'm definitely gonna
We'll make it
come by.
lunch.
I heard so many great things about it.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
I
That's
see
what
what it
keeps
is.
me there.
Trustee Randall.
You know, I don't have a whole lot to say, but I've been there a couple times, and the food is great, and I'll continue to stop by and support you.
Trustee Rogers.
Hi, I just have a quick question. It's great to meet you and thank you for coming. My question is longevity. Because we all plan to live to 100.
Absolutely.
However, do we have a plan in place just in case everything, just a long-term plan in place?
I hate to depend on any of my kids for anything. No, I do
Like
not
you
have
said.
a plan. I don't feel like, well, I don't think I'll live forever, but I feel like I'm going to make this agreement work beautifully. I really need the beef hut as badly as it needs me there to work it. It's actually what keeps me going. So no plan really, but it could keep on going to family. Well, I think Ms. Holloway would have an answer for me if I have a question. I just got that feeling. If I said, you know what, I just don't know if I can work 12 hours a day, and she'll say, that's okay, then it's time to hire someone, okay? Or a few people, okay.
Were you considering hiring any help?
We do it, I have done it, and I used the kids in the neighborhood, when we're talking 20 and 30 years back, boy, they've all grown up and moved away. They still come back. But I haven't recently, but that's because my hours were so erratic over a couple of little disasters, just personally at home. And when I got back to work, it was like slow and start it and build it back up again. Now I've been in that float mode like that, trying to build it, and we're getting back there. And I already had 2 very good prospects for help this week already. So it's not like it's not possible. I just need to be able to pay them what they're worth. Really need to.
Mayor?
Well, Ruby, needless to say, I'm very pleased that we're able to partner with you to help you make that corner pleasing and do justice not only to your business but to the whole village.
It will be a beautiful
And we enjoy your food.
Thank you.
What I'd say is that I think that corner is very important. Money we put into it, or looking at both put into it, is not quite a lot of money. But to make that corner look better will actually make the area look better. The plan is to try to grow the proper area, to actually make it an area where, you know, people get off the Metro train, and if they want a sandwich, they can get a sandwich, or whatever else that we have planned to actually grow that area. And I know it's one step at a time. I know restaurant business is a rough business, but if we can make it look aesthetically more modern, support you in some kind of way where you know, we're talking about social media, making the place that young folks can go to again. That's a lot of work, I know, and it's a lot of work to you, but I'm a firm believer that, you know, your community has to be a part of the businesses that are there. And if we can help, we should be able to help, because most places don't have businesses that have been around for 40 years. And business can lag along, but they have to make a profit. You know, the person told me a long time ago, if you got a business not making a profit, it's a hobby, it's not a business. You know?
Absolutely.
And so, we're gonna look at this day, we're gonna vote on, hopefully moving you forward. I support the concept. I think that we need to do something there, and you're there. And so I believe in supporting people who support our community. So I want to thank you for coming out today.
Thank you.
Hear your story. It's always good to put a face on, you know, we can hear everyone else's
Yes.
story, but to hear your story and to hear you ask, hear you say, I need this help. Can you guys support my vision and my future? You know, and I think that people who've been in business a long time know how hard it is, and they're willing to put the elbow grease to make it happen. Some people have an idea they want to go in business, get in business, see how hard it is, and they walk away from it. So I want to commend you on that.
Can I
And
make
so,
one more?
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you to you, because in the past, you have given of your efforts to help with the Neighborhood Association fish fries and various other things that you've donated to us, and I thank you for that. And this is maybe our turn to help you.
Oh, I love it. I had fun doing that, so let me tell you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you, Ms. Ruby.
Well,
for
thank
coming
you.
out. We appreciate
And it was
you.
really nice to see all of you too.
Thank you so very much. That's the rest, gets more of your report, ma'am?
So I have some updates on the construction projects. I'll just make them very quick. Ujama Construction, the construction manager, and I are working very hard to get you guys an updated schedule. The schedule, a lot of the scheduling is contingent upon supplies and materials that are readily available. So it's hard to put dates and times together until we can get just some concrete information on when those supplies will be available. However, at 17065, it has been totally demolished, and we are preparing the grounds for infrastructure at this point in time. We have also placed an order for the building itself, so we are waiting for them to actually give us a date as to when that will be delivered. Once we get that, we're going to update the sheets of the schedules that we have so that we can provide you guys with a schedule, but that's moving forward as well. And then 3601 West 183rd, which is going to be the new Bernard L. Alsbury Jr. Municipal Center. It's definitely underway. Demolition is at 99%. We will be completed with our demolition as of this Friday. And as of the week of Monday, November the 19th, we will begin electrical and also the wall layouts and designs. So again, a lot of things are contingent upon just supplies coming in, and then we'll also be working on getting that roof on before the winter really sets in. Also, I want you to be mindful that we did meet with the director of the Park District, our Public Works Department, village manager, and we took a tour of the grounds over there to just kind of see what needed to be done so that everything, timing is everything in these projects. And so that the outside looks just as nice as the inside, we took a group over and we kind of identified some things that Public Works could do at a fraction of what we would pay some of the union contractors to do. And so they began those efforts already, and if you go over there today, the shed is down, quite a few of the trees are down, and more are coming down within the coming weeks. So collectively, we've made a great effort to just clear that out and get it ready. So as April comes in, it's as beautiful as the inside will be in the village itself. So we are working with them to make sure that that happens. And then we'll just continue to move forward, but Ujama Construction is working hard to get you a schedule and then also to get you access to the website. So all of those things run together. We don't want to put bad information out there until we get some concrete information as to when materials will be arriving, cost and those things. So they're working diligently to get that. As soon as those numbers and things come in, we'll make sure that we make it accessible to the board, as soon as possible.
Did we talk at all about getting some information on some double access, egress and egress?
Sure.
Both.
We actually discussed that, and so that's going to happen. We did identify, Public Works identified what they could do, and based on unions and different things, there's certain things that they can't do, but we are working. You want to speak to it?
Yeah, so we did talk about the egress. We can definitely have more conversations about it. Right now, the challenge that I see from that, I don't know if we have the technical expertise to do what needs to be done, from a masonry standpoint.
But any and everything that we can do in-house that will be at a savings for us, we will make sure that it's taken care of within our own resources. And so we have been working diligently together to make that happen. Elliot, the Director for Inspectional Services, has been working with the construction team to sign off on the permit, so we've gotten all of that rolling and everything's moving very smoothly. Other than that, we're moving full speed ahead. We're moving full speed ahead.
All right. Anything else?
That's it for today.
One question.
Sure.
Okay, when will we be putting out the contracts to the public so that they can bid on them for that, for the new building?
Sure. So one of the things that's happening now is that we've gotten a list from Inspectional Services of those that are registered with the Village of Hazel Crest. There's a number of people that have been referred that we've been in contact with as well. But we're waiting on final numbers so that when we get the final numbers, we'll be able to identify, if they qualify based on, what needs to be done and then the bids itself. So that should be coming very soon, very, very soon.
Can I ask one question? One question. You mentioned about trying to keep as much work in-house as possible, but how, if we're doing work in-house from our village employees, how does that relate to payment with the bond?
So actually, as long as we're paying the prevailing wages, right, then we are in a line. And it's basically, the work is happening on Saturday, so it's overtime work. So it's falling in within the guidelines of what's required from the bond standpoint. And it's not unusual at all. One of the villages that we went into, Frankfurt, when we went into Frankfurt, their public works did a lot of their work as they did the new village hall. So it's not an uncommon practice, it's a very common practice that as we try to just preserve funds, that we use what we can within our own house.
Good, thank you so much. I also want to mention, and I know we mentioned it offline, but South Suburban Hospital did receive its certificate of need. Those of you did not see in the Southtown newspaper, they're initiating a $98 million project in the village of Hazel Crest, which will be a outpatient. One procedure we'll be having there is an outpatient surgical center. They'll be moving some other services around, but yes, they're initiating a $98 million revamp of the hospital itself. Again, it will become an outpatient. Part of the hospital will become an outpatient surgical center. So you'll be able to go there for one-day surgery. The good thing about that is connected to a hospital, so if you do have some complications, which other outpatient surgical centers do not have, they have to call an ambulance and move you. They'll be able to just move you to the other part of the hospital if you have some complications. This is a huge project for the village of Hazel Crest.
Yes.
To have a $98 million project going on within our community will bring not only visitors from outside the community to utilize the services, but the building process itself will be open for contractors to come in and provide services to the village of Hazel Crest, which will help restaurants and other businesses within the village of Hazel Crest. So I want the public to know that, because everyone does not read the paper anymore, and so we want to make sure that they're aware of the project that will be starting, which has been starting to go to Hazel Crest. It's a 3-year project, so they'll be working on from now. It starts in beginning 2018, which is now, and it falls out to 2021, the end of 2020, but 2021. And so you'll see a lot of traffic on Kesey. So be prepared. At this time, can I get a motion to open for public participation for items that are on the agenda?
Move to open the meeting to items on the agenda only.
I second it.
Then moved by trustee Ramsey, second by trustee Riz, to open for public participation on items on the agenda only. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone would come to speak to any items that are listed on the agenda? This is the time to do so. Okay, can I get a motion to close public participation for items on the agenda?
I motion to close public participation for items on the agenda.
Second.
Then moved by trustee Moore, second by trustee Slayton, to close public participation for items on the agenda. Pending business, trustee Ramsey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to approve the regular meeting minutes of October 23rd, 2018.
Second.
Then moved by trustee Ramsey, second by trustee Grant, to approve the regular meeting minutes for October 23rd, 2018. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Mayor, the computer is kind of buffering, so it's gonna take a second between each one. Okay, so I just wanna let you know. Trustee Grant,
Yes.
Trustee Moore,
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey,
Yes.
Trustee Reyes,
Yes.
Trustee Rogers,
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Rogers. I mean, yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
that's-
sorry, Trustee Reyes. Oh, yeah, it's always moving around. Yeah, Trustee Reyes, sorry about that.
No problem. I motion to approve accounts payable number 19-13 dated November 13, 2018, in the amount of $853,283.53.
Second.
Moved by Trustee Rogers, Reyes, I did that.
I know.
Second by Trustee Moore, to approve accounts payable number 19-13 dated November 13th, 2018, in the amount of $853,283.53. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant,
Yes.
Trustee Moore,
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey,
Yes.
Trustee Reyes,
Yes.
Trustee Rogers,
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. I wish my screen cleared this time before I read it. There you go.
Yeah.
Trustee Rogers. Motion to, Trustee Rogers, I'm sorry.
I move to accept the treasurer's report for fiscal year 2018.
Second.
Been moved by Trustee Rogers, second by Trustee Grant, to accept the treasury report for fiscal year 2018. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Give me 1 second, trying to see it.
Take your time.
There you go, okay.
Rogers.
Modern technology.
Just call him.
All right. Trustee Grant,
Yes.
Trustee Trustee Moore,
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey,
Yes.
Trustee Reyes,
Yes.
yeah. Trustee Rogers,
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Slater.
Thank you, President Ponsberry. I move to approve the TIP agreement with Oasis Beef Hut.
Trustee Grant.
Thank you, President Osberry. I move to deny the appeal by LD Swag Business License.
Any a second?
Second.
It has been moved to deny the appeal by LD Swag Business License. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant,
Yes.
Trustee Moore,
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey,
Yes.
Trustee Reyes,
Yes.
Trustee Rogers,
No.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carried. The business license is revoked. Can I get a motion to open for public participation?
I move
For
that
any
we
item?
open for public participation for any item of interest.
Second.
Then moved by Trustee Slayton, second by Trustee Ramsey. Open the floor for public participation for any item on the agenda.
No. Not on the agenda.
For public participation for any item. All's in favor?
Aye.
If anyone want to come forward to speak at this time, this is the time to do so. Can I get a motion to close public participation?
I motion that we close public participation.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Moore, second by trustee Ramsey to close public participation. All those in favor?
Aye.
I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. Congratulations, Ms. Ruby, on your TIF. We're looking for your business to be very productive, and if you need any help, just always reach out. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could we remind everyone there's no meeting, the second, next Tuesday?
Oh, yeah, the next board meeting is December the 11th. There's only one meeting in November, so our next board meeting would be November 11th. December 11th, so we'll see you guys then. Enjoy all the Christmas parties, holidays, celebrations during that time, and we'll see you guys back here on December 11th, Tuesday of December 11th, at 6 p.m. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Moved by trustee Moore, then second by trustee Reyes, or trustee Reyes. All's in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
You hold everything, though.
8:15, 8:17.